साइंटिस्ट ऑफ डिवीजन ऑफ जेनेटिक्स ऑफ ICAR से संबंध रखते हैं। एक बार प्लीज जोरदार तालियों से का स्वागत कीजिए।
So coming to the today's topic with respect to agri-produce to entrepreneurship, success stories to inspiring minds. So basically I'm a plant breeder. This topic is of very much close to me. In this my outline presentation goes in old ways how we do the business, and then today's generation food habits, and then how the corona has made us to give importance on the health and the target groups. When you consider as a business, you need to target which group you are targeting and which aspect you are targeting. So I'm speaking about a plant leap here, and this plant leap has made many crore-patis and crore-patnis, and this is a nature's gift to a humankind, and this is one of the superfood, and this is a very miracle tree. And today is in area where hidden hunger is a very alarming problem in today's generation. So malnutrition is affecting anything. For example, if you look into the figures at a global and Indian level, very alarming. And in corona, it has exposed many countries, many generations, how vulnerable we are. And then coming to this is what I am going to speak. This is a moringa. It's a miracle tree. Everybody knows, everybody consume it, but they don't know its miracle values, how it is going to this one. And the traditional ways, for example, today's generation, if you prepare sabji like this, and if you give a parota like this, and today's generation won't consume as earlier our generation used to consume, okay? Because we don't have choices, but today's generation has choices influenced by the media. And coming to the today's generation, food habits are like this. For example, if you look, they all like burgers, all these fried items. This today's generation is attracted towards. And then if you look into these foods, they are when it comes to nutrition, they are very less in the nutrition. They are very high in the calorific values. Okay, they provide the energy, but they are not going to provide you the nutrients that are required for your health. In order to make you understand, if you look into a broccoli, 1 ounce of broccoli, and then you compare with the chips, 1 ounce of chips, these are the calories. So whatever we are eating, they are energy dense foods, means they will provide you energy, but they are deficit of all the minerals they are required for our health. So this is how we are eating. We are eating calorie dense foods, but we are not eating the nutrient dense foods. And then coming to this plant, miracle plant, if you look into the miracle plant, it is 25x more iron than spinach, and it is 17x more calcium than milk, and it's a 10x more vitamin A compared to carrots, and around, if you look into a protein of yogurt, 9 times more protein than the yogurt, and if you compare vitamin C, it's around 7 times more than the oranges. And if you look into potassium, it is 15 times more than the bananas. So this miracle plant, these are the different, phytochemicals that are, play a very important role with respect to our health benefits. And these are this miracle plant from root till flowers till fruits. Everything is very useful, very, people, for example, many industry have come, it's a kind of old wine in new bottle. They are using powder. Powder is very difficult, they are making in a capsule form, they're making in a tablet form. And then, one company, for example, Children's is a, major group. When it comes to nutrition point of view, they suffer a lot. For example, many companies have came with, giving a kind of syrup to this one. And one of the Bihar's, entrepreneurship, he has started in a moringa sattu. In a sattu, he has mixed the moringa, and this product is selling like a hot cake. For example, if you wish, you can just look into, open your Amazon and then just look into the what is the price of moringa powder. 100 gram cost more than 150 rupees. If our madam, Jyoti madam has visited us, and any person who is interested in herbals, and they know the importance of organic word when it comes in front of any herbals, it price increases, X times in the market. So these are the things, for example, common thing, can be easily, utilized. For example, there is a leaf extract because kids, you have to give the food which form they love it. For example, if you offer, for example, sambar, anything made out of this one, kids won't like it. If you give the same moringa in case of gummies, the kids will like it. So this is how one can put in old ideas in a new bottle, so in a palatable form, in an acceptable form, will attract the today's generation. For example, biscuits. For example, chocolates. Many companies have came with the chocolates. They're putting moringa powder in the chocolates. And biscuits, cookies. And then one of the company in South India, they had put this moringa powder in noodles also. So the nutritional value of the noodles had increased. For example, muffins, many of the bakery items. It's a very good idea. But problem with this is not a Shah Rukh Khan is advertising these products on the media. Media is unaware, consumers are unaware. So it's a very difficult. The people who know with their own experience, their own exposure, they are exploiting these ideas. For example, this is one of the firm in the Pune, for example, with respect to Maharashtra-based firm, they are, blending this moringa powder with cocoa, stevia, for example, tea bags where moringa powder, they are keeping the moringa powder. So very good, this one, you can just look into, for example, this is the granules, they are also giving granules like kind of what we have heard, the Bornvita, like that is the Morivita. So more Vita. So this is a very good, and when it comes to adults is a kind of, for example, how you can include in the lifestyles. For example, tea. It's a very simple aspect where you can blend the tea. For example, Organic India has already come with the many tea pouches where moringa is major important constituent in that. And then coming to the bakery, where many of they are including in that this one. And then many of the YouTubers during the Corona times, they have monetized their channels taking only moringa. So you can imagine the power of moringa. And then, so normally, traditionally, how we'll eat. But today's generation, they won't eat. For example, moringa biscuits is one of the startup in Telangana, where they came out with a good idea. There is no sugar, there is no maida, made of biscuits, made of atta, and then with a moringa as a major constituent. And for example, this kale curd food in Maharashtra, Pune, so they're coming with a very good ideas, this vegan moringa cookies. And then apart from that, other biscuit crackers. If you look into moringa markets, it's a very, around 8.8 CAGR, it's increasing. And with respect to, for example, the adult, if, as I discussed, tea, and this is soup. Soup is also one of the aspect where it can be, easily sold, And another thing is, she's one of the lady in UK. She imports the moringa powder from India, and then it's a kind of, so beverages, they are told, they are sold in the market, having a nutrients aspect. And this is the Ringa, and this is the Ringa brand is from UK, where so they are using lemon, ginger, cucumber, and also moringa as a major constituent in that. For example, this is sold as a beauty drink. This is a beauty drink. You can imagine how it can be, capsulized. These are the different brands, for example, in India. And vapors and chips are the another targeted area where huge market demand is there. If you include moringa powder in that, so that is also a kind of good one. But problem, as I told, is media awareness or social awareness. And these are the, different, for example, whatever makhana and other things, banana chips and other things. So they are all, for example, with the moringa powder they are using. And the another class, beverages or herbal wines. So this is also one of the area where lot of industry is interested in that, so they are including moringa in that beverages. And then, for example, one of the company, it gave ad, for example, cleans your soul with a moringa drink. Means they are directly attaching attacking on your soul. So how a kind of such advertisements will going to attract the consumers. And for example, this is a very important, the health supplements, for example, bone and joints, they are targeting the retired, or nearby aged persons in this. And for example, sugar, diabetics, health issues, they are concentrating. And then the many are, for example, losing weight, obesity, they are targeting this obesity. And then these are the, for example, this is very important for the ladies, for the beauty point of view, for age and other thing. And then one more important, burning issue with respect to when we eat this high calorific foods. So this is a major problem in case of, ladies where the PCOS or PCOD is affecting a lot of population. For example, one of my own boss' daughter, she was about to go for a college, and she was, operated for the cysts, and the reason for that being, obesity, because of high calorie, foods what they are consuming. And these are the symptoms, she was having a unusual hair fall, at around the, after completion of 12th, when people, start for college, that time they are feeling a hair loss. So this is a today's generation problem. I was shocked. I interacted with the doctor, she told she is suffering from a PCOS. So this polycystic ovarian disease and polycystic ovarian syndrome, they are affecting, like, for example, this is one of the 1 in 10 women, they are facing, this problem. Even my wife also suffered with the same problem. We also went with a dietitian, and she included moringa powder in that, under the high strictly guidance of under the diet. So it is very, very important, with respect to this one. And then if you look into the problem, this is one of the paper published by the ICMR, where Indian Journal of Gynecology, where you can see, look into the percentage of Indian population is, 22% ladies, there are obesity, infertility is 21%. So free diabetics, all these cardiovascular issues, many are problematic. And for example, this is the solution for that. And these are all the things. If you look into global moringa, if you look at, these are different parts, of the moringa, where seed, leaves, roots, flowers, everything is a very commercially important. And who is the biggest buyer of this one? So the European market and the US are the biggest, this one. For example, United Kingdom is also very important in this list. And then what is the question comes, how much we have to take? So for example, in case of daily usage, 70 grams. Anything excess will be a toxic. So many times, for example, many people all love milk, but many people in the population, they have lactose intolerance. They don't like the milk. Body makes them, it's a poison for them. So like this, it is, differs with the this one, but everything, control will be very good. For example, anything excess will be a poison. And then coming to the few of the success stories, for example, look into this lady, Dr. Kamini Singh. She quit her government job. She was in CSI Institute, Lucknow, and she started her own farm selling moringa-based products. For example, it's around 1.7 crore per year, her turnover. And she's also helping many small farmers, ladies farmers who have small farms, for those ladies, produce the moringa leaves and get the business. And she is one of the lady. She's a class 10 dropout from Tamil Nadu. So she is selling moringa, for example, fruits in this one. She is a bigger business for that. And then, for example, just Jitendra Man and his wife Sarla, they have left the TCS job, very well-paid corporate job they had. They left and they started around 3 acres of moringa. with a leaf powder business, and now they are in a crore-patis. For example, their own 30 lakh turnover in 24. And then if you look into, this is a person, he is from our own community, he is Kandasamy. So he has left his assistant professor government job from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University and started his own business of his own land, around 3 acres in Tamil Nadu. He's making the powder of moringa and he's exporting that powder. So this is how moringa leaf has changed many of the businessmen. And for example, she quit a government bank job and she sells the healthy flour made up of moringa, millets and more. She has included that in the flour business. Okay? And then, so these are the varieties. The question comes, what are the important varieties that we must concentrate on when we go for this business? These are the varieties. Most of varieties are developed by Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, and seed, the planting material easily available. One can get it. Many farms are there. It can be easily used. And here the major thing is we are using the leaf. We are not waiting for the fruits or flowers. So it's a very easy thing, and there is not much of thing is required. There is not much of pest and insect in that. Everything, whatever produced comes is organic. Only thing is you need to get 1 or 2 certification done by the agencies where they certify it as organic in order to clear the standards of FSSL. Okay, and then coming to thanks a lot. And apart from that, this moringa being a lentil and mung bean breeder, so we are the first one to develop in India a kind of biofortified lentil variety, where it is around 65 ppm of iron in that, around 45 ppm of zinc content in that. If you take a katori of dal, so daily recommended dose of iron and zinc can be met easily. So this is a very, very important. Corona has opened our eyes from Giloy to moringa. Many of the herbal industry is standing up. So health is wealth, that we all realized during the epidemic time. So it's very important how many people have made their life with this leaf. So this picture indicates this is the idli made out of millets, and major constituent is a moringa powder in that.
Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच सर। हमें नहीं पता था कि मोरिंगा सहजन की फली के इतने फ़ायदे होते हैं, मतलब फली नहीं पूरे पेड़ के इतने फ़ायदे होते हैं। और